show you a quick project that I worked on while in Programming Foundations at Full Sail University. So I won't take 100% credit on this just because this was an assignment that I had to build through the coursework, even though it was completed by myself. So the idea I did not come up with, but the execution on the functionality in the code I did. So what we have here is a basic loot game. It's nothing too complicated as far as the actual gameplay mechanics, but what's going on under the hood is a lot more complicated as far as programming. So you can click on these symbols that pop up, and then they'll fill up in your action bar, if you will, over here. And then you can sell them. Different symbols have different assigned score values. And you can sit here and pretty much just do this all day. So what's really going on here is there's a random there's using two sets of arrays and indexing through these arrays, while one of them is generating random numbers and populating this grid space with these specific symbols, and it's using the clock speed to determine how quickly they populate. Like, I could speed this up as fast as I want or as slow as I want. And then what we have over here is an empty array that is being populated when these specific grid spaces with these symbols that I choose. Like I said, fairly simple, but programmatically a lot more difficult to pull off, just because you have to have an understanding of arrays, which is a little bit more of an advanced concept for people new to programming. Alright, and now let's just take a peek at the code that I was mentioning. If you haven't watched any of the other Perlenspiel demonstrations that I've done, this actually is the Perlenspiel engine. It belongs to these guys right here. It basically is a set of JavaScript functions which are hard-coded with a bunch of information in a nutshell, that allows new students or people that just want to program a simple architecture to work in. As you've seen in my other examples, or example you just watched, you can only program within a grid square, so it's set up for that, so affecting colors, glyphs, that different kind of thing. There's quite a bit you can do if you're creative, even if it is an abstract form. So what you can see here is a bunch of my defined variables, and here's you see the arrays that I was mentioning. So I have a glyph of arrays, I have I have an array of glyphs, I have an array of colors, items, and points. So when I go through and I index through and I click on one of these, it has to find it and then figure out, it's pulling all this information for each one. And here's the empty array that I'm populating when I click on one of these. And here's the point values for those. So we're going to go through, and then there's just several functions going on here. Like I said, in a nutshell, I'm populating, clicking. Here's the generator. You see your variables here that am I generating random x, random y, which is helping me place my my random glyphs on the screen that I can click on. Scrolling down, it's all, as far as everything outside of the arrays is actually fairly simple. Just defining some audio, the clock speed like I mentioned, drawing the area, calling the function for the random loot that spawns, and then in the ps.click function, I'm calling the sell inventory and get loot. That's fairly straightforward. The most difficult piece, let me find it. Up here. So in the get loots, this was the most difficult part because I had to use a few areas with arrays that I wasn't used to, mainly the dot push. I'm not going to go into detail, but it's all has to do with arrays and how you can push through them, and you got to use this as well to cut off the end, otherwise you get an error when populating the inventory. So yeah, I'm going to wrap it up at that. Hopefully you enjoyed watching. This will probably be the last Perlenspiel project I put on here for a little while, so hopefully it was informative and you enjoyed it. Thank you.